This crankshaft has an oil seal groove in it. It's tearing up the rear seals and causing them to leak. This is how I'm going to fix it. You can see this groove right here, and that's exactly where the rear seal sets. Over time, the crankshafts, they just kind of get that groove. Sometimes it doesn't matter. In this case though, it is causing the rear seal to leak. I talked to this older guy who had been grinding crankshafts for years. He said that I could probably get away with taking a tin can, cutting it into thin strips, and putting it in between the block and the seal and the main bearing and the seal. And that would make the seal tighter and cause that to seal a little better. I'm gonna get that groove as polished as I can because it's got these little burrs in there and they're ripping the inside of the seal. So what I'm gonna do is I got a little piece of, it's this packaging rope, and I've just cut a little strand of it off because it's really pretty strong for how thin it can be. And then I got some really super fine sandpaper. This is 2000 grit. I'm just running the rope around it like that and just moving back and forth. Trying to get it right in that groove. I think that's about as polished up as I'm going to be able to get it. It's kind of hard to get down in that groove, but at least all the big burrs are off of it and they're gone. I'm going to cut this tin can into small strips. So now that I have these two thin strips of metal, this is the old seal here. But what the idea is, I'm going to put this on the bottom half of this seal. And then I'm going to use some RTV, and I'm going to RTV that in. That right there is going to press the seal in just a little bit tighter so that the main bearing cap and the block press down just a little bit more on the seal. Okay, now that I got that done, I'm going to put the rear seal in. It goes RTV, then the tin, and then more RTV. And then the seal goes in like this. Now that that's set up, I need to get all these things lubed up and get that crank back in. Nothing's bolted yet, but the crankshaft is in. Now I'm going to put the rear main seal back on.